Hello and welcome to another workout video. I'm Savannah and today I'm going to take you through a brutal leg workout. My legs were shaking on this one. You will feel sore. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and go follow me over on Instagram at sav.mode for more fitness content. We got tons of workouts coming your way, so you don't want to miss them. Whew. Let's jump in to this workout. To warm up, I started with an incline walk. I popped that incline up to a 10.5, and then I put the speed on anywhere between 3.5, something that feels like a comfortable walk, but a brisk walk, because you really want to warm up your muscles. That incline will definitely warm up your hamstrings, warm up your glutes. It will get you ready for this workout. I do this anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes. Then starting off, I've mentioned this before, I start each leg day with some glute activation exercises. I pop the band around my quad, I do some squats with the bar, doing some slow kickbacks, making sure that I'm engaging my glute on the kickback, not just kicking my leg all the way back, but really making sure that the glute is fully engaged and squeezing when I'm lifting it. Just getting the muscles ready for lifting. I do a couple sets of this, just enough to turn on the glutes and get them really ready for the workout. The first lifting movement of the day was squats. I really like to start off most of my leg days with squats because I feel like it's a great compound movement to get all the muscles working, and it's just a staple way that I try to start my leg days. With your legs hip distance apart and your feet slightly turned out, that will protect your knees. You're going to engage your core as you sit down. You want to be sitting so that your legs are parallel to the ground, just like you were sitting in a chair. And then squeeze, really press through those heels on the way up and return to a standing position. Next, I moved into good mornings. I have started incorporating good mornings into my leg day and I love them. I didn't used to do them and now I love them. It is a great hamstring exercise. You will feel this in your hammies, okay? So, hinging at the hips, you are descending until your chest is parallel with the floor. You're keeping your back nice and flat. And there's a slight bend in your knees. You're not bending your knees, it's just enough so that when you're pressing your hips back, you're really feeling that full stretch in your hamstrings. Next, I moved into a deficit reverse lunge. This is something that I've only done a couple of times, but I'm starting to incorporate it in my leg days because it has my quads crying. First, I popped a weight on the floor. That's gonna give me the deficit movement to have my foot elevated. Then, having my heel at the edge of that weight and my other foot back, I am lowering down into that lunge motion. Making sure again that your knee is in line with your toe and that you're pressing back up through your heel. The first rep I did of these deficit reverse lunges, I kept the weight on. I had a 10-pound weight on either side. However, I was able to do it comfortably, but I felt like I was kind of struggling, especially because I'm new to it. So then for the second set, I dropped the weight and just did the bar to make sure that I'm feeling comfortable with the movement. I feel like if it's something that is new, and unless you're feeling really comfortable, it's okay to take the weight off and really practice on your form. I've talked about this a lot, I feel like, on my channel, that if you aren't comfortable doing something, just get the form down first and then start adding on the weight. So that is a perfect example of when I did that myself. Started with the weight, tried it, it was a little too much, took the weight off, and then did just the bar. The next two sets, I took out the deficit and just did a regular lunge, and I put the weight back on since I didn't have that extra depth. I did the last two sets of that. So one deficit with the weight, one deficit without the weight, and two just regular lunges. My legs were crying. For this one, I did the 4 sets. I think I only did 5 reps on each leg because you do switch. I feel like my legs get really fatigued. So instead of going for 8, I just went for 5 or 6 with this movement. Then, just to really emphasize the burn and demolish my legs, I did a pulse on the right with the lunge, a pulse on the left with the lunge, and then I went under the bar, went down into my squat position, held it for as long as I possibly could just in a stationary position, and then I went into the pulses in the squat position, and I did that twice. So lunge, pulse, squat, hold it, pulse, squat, hold it, pulse. And by then, I was shaking, I was sweating, I was just already wrecked at this point. But we kept going because I was really feeling it. I was very energetic and feeling really good about this workout. I tried out the single leg hamstring curl machine. So you rest your elbows onto the machine and hold onto the grip. I popped one knee on the machine and then hooked my other heel underneath the machine and then just curled my leg up, bringing my heel to my glute and squeezing my hamstring. This was a great way to just emphasize that burn. And I like that it's a single leg one. The reason that I like to do some single leg exercises is because I definitely can notice that in myself, I'm primarily right side dominant. So a lot of times when I do exercises like squats or hip thrusts, I know that my right side is definitely pulling a little bit more weight than my left. So it's really good to do these isolating single leg movements to make sure that you're working both sides equally. And last but not least, I really wanted to hit something that was gonna target my glutes. Even though all of these exercises are glute exercises, I really wanted something that was gonna isolate that glute muscle and just really finish out the workout strong. So I went into a cable kickback. You're going to attach the handle attachment onto the machine and then hook your foot into the handle so that it's primarily on your heel. Don't just put your foot in the weight so it's in the middle. I feel like if you have it lined up with your heel, that's gonna really help you engage your glute muscle. Make sure your glutes are doing the work. Don't just kick back with your leg. Really make sure the movement is coming from your glutes and that you're activating your glutes as you're kicking back. You're gonna have a slight bend in your standing leg. Don't lock that out so you don't hurt your knee, but just a slight one. And then hold on to the machine so you have your balance. That concludes this workout. Like I said, my legs were shaking. I'm so sore today. This was not an easy workout, but it was such a good one. I hope that you enjoyed this workout. Please be sure to give this video a like. Again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope you have the best workout ever. I will see you next time.